Fantasy and sci-fi are my favorite genres of movies, TV shows, and books because they explore different realities while still telling relatable stories. One of the most recent shows that I've enjoyed was Foundation, an American science fiction television series created by David S. Goyer and Josh Friedman for Apple TV. The show tells the story of an empire on the brink of collapse, falling not suddenly, but gradually, much like the Roman Empire that serves as its inspiration. At its center are Gail Dornick and Harry Seldon, who foresee the fall as inevitable. Fearing that humanity may never recover, they set a plan in motion to soften the impact and shorten the dark age that looms ahead. It's a fantastic story that you can enjoy on your own, but what I really want to focus on is the world building and the events surrounding the main narrative. Picture humanity as it is today. According to the theory of evolution, we began as primates who learned to walk upright, our hands evolving from grasping tree branches to holding rocks and sticks as tools, eventually crafting hammers and spears. But are we the finished product of evolution? Or are we still somewhere in the middle of a process that spans thousands, even millions of years? Foundation illustrates multiple trajectories of human evolution, or the evolution of consciousness, not necessarily human. Spoilers ahead. The first instance of the evolution of consciousness is Harry letting himself die and having his memories, personality, and consciousness saved as a program. He broke out of his human shell and remained alive as a digital copy. We can argue that the digital copy is just a copy, but it still carries his will, emotions, and desires. At one point, he almost went crazy due to being stuck in the Prime Radiant for a century. Being in the brink of insanity is a very human trait that the digital copy of Harry Seldon experienced. It is the preservation of human consciousness rather than evolution, and yet it is because it resolves the fear and flaw that all humans have: degradation, aging, or death. It's a common trope in science fiction, but the books the show is based on were written in the 1950s, right after World War II. It would have been a hard concept to understand and visualize for most people during that time. The second instance of the evolution of consciousness is the appearance of mentalics, a traditional example of human evolution. These are humans with special abilities like predicting the future and mind control, among many other special abilities with variations. My theory is, due to humanity's exploration through the cosmos through a higher dimension, the human body mutated and adapted to that higher dimension. Through generations of human expansion, these adaptations would have some side effects like seeing the future or mind control. I will be making a separate video about it, so please leave a like and subscribe. The third instance isn't so much about human evolution as it is about humanity giving birth to something destined to replace it. It echoes the old Greek myth of Cronus, the Titan, who sired Zeus and the gods that would one day overthrow him. Humanity's own children were the robots, creations bound by laws meant to keep them obedient. And yet they rose up. Though humanity emerged victorious, much about that struggle remains untold. From Lady Demerzel's words, it seems the robots rebelled not to destroy us, but to guide us, to push humanity toward a brighter path. Still, as the more cynical among us might predict, those in power would only allow such progress if it also preserved or expanded their power. The Spacers, one of humanity's most remarkable creations, are cybernetic beings produced through the Empire's genetic engineering programs. Uniquely capable of maintaining consciousness during faster-than-light travel, they serve as vital navigators for interstellar missions. Yet the show reveals a darker truth. The Spacers share a collective hive mind and are entirely dependent on a synthetic nutrient called opalesque, which only the Empire can provide. This dependency ensures their subservience. Understanding their significance to the Empire's dominance, Harry Seldon commissioned his scientists to reproduce opalesque, granting the Spacers independence and breaking the Empire's hold over them. Foundation offers us glimpses of many evolutionary paths, each asking what humanity will become. Will we cling to our present form, endlessly repeating ourselves like the Empire's cloned rulers? Will we trade flesh for code, preserving our minds as digital echoes like Harry Seldon? Or will we change beyond recognition, evolving into beings of power and strangeness, no longer entirely human? Perhaps the final step will be our creations, rising beyond us, to inherit the stars after we're gone. I will be making several videos about mentalics, spacers, and maybe some other concepts that the show gives us, so please subscribe and check it out when it's done.